Welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. Got a pretty cool product here to show you from Thrunite. If you remember my last review, very impressed with my first Thrunite light, and you can see that review right here on that card. But this is a new light from them. This is in their thrower series, something like a searchlight, etc. Something that has a tremendous amount of throw or distance in the light beam. And this is the new Catapult V6. This is a mini thrower. This is a rechargeable light, which is something that I prefer so that I can keep something constantly charged in my vehicle at work so that when I need it, it's ready to go. So let's open this thing up without further ado, and I'll show you what this thing is. So you open it up here, and the first thing you get is some literature. You get your directions. You get a micro USB cable for recharging. Put that aside. You get a lanyard if you are the person who likes to use a lanyard. And then here is the light itself. It comes in this nylon holster. Let's put this aside. Alright, so let's open this bad boy up and we'll tell you some of the specs on this thing. As you can see, it comes in its own holster here, and you can see by the size of my hand, for a thrower, if you're familiar with thrower flashlights or flashlights that give you the most distance in the beam, they're usually 2 to 3 sizes bigger than this minimum. So this is kind of a breakout in the market for throwers. I mean, look how compact this thing is. You can see the reflector in there is a smooth reflector, and that allows this light to throw the beam 750 meters with just this little flashlight. That is quite the accomplishment, something this small. Maybe a look at the light itself, get it to focus. That is the cross-cut pattern in the grip. Gives you a nice texture to hold on to. You can see that the bezel here on the bottom is not rounded. It helps with not rolling away. You get a tactile switch. You can hear it and click it. You have also an LED that'll tell you your battery status there. You have some decent cooling fins. As you can imagine, a light this powerful will create a little bit of heat. And you can see, again, this smooth reflector. And you can even see my LED lights from the studio in there. That's pretty cool. So this uses a Cree XHP35HI LED emitter. And I've had the pleasure of playing with this at work for the last 2 weeks, and I'll put in some B-roll footage in here while I tell you about some of this. It has low voltage protection built into it, as well as overheat protection, which is kind of required for LED lights now. With the amount of lumens that they put out, it does create some heat. The max output on this light is 1700 lumens total, and again, the max beam distance is up to 750 meters. Now, your run times. Everybody wants to know a run time with a flashlight, so here they are. In turbo mode, which is the 1700 lumens, the brightest, that is 150 minutes. In high mode, 950 lumens, that'll run for 165 minutes, and these numbers are on full brand new charges. Medium mode is 180 lumens, which will run for 9 hours. Low, which is 22 lumens, will run for 62 hours. And Firefly, which is 1/2 lumen, will run for 41 days. It also has a strobe feature, which strobes at 1200 lumens, and it'll do that consistently for 180 minutes. Now that tree line is a good 100 yards, well, probably 60 yards away right there, that tree. So that's high, low, medium, and here's turbo. So you can see it's a pretty good thrower. Let's see if I can hit that stop sign out there. The stop sign is about probably 80 yards from here. And there's a street light right there. That's a good 120 yards. You see this lights up pretty good. And if you remember the stats I put out, it's really impressive, 750 meters for a light this small. The cool thing about this light is it comes with the battery, which you would think is a prerequisite, but some companies don't do that. And inside it is going to have a 26650 battery, which is a good battery for rechargeable lights. You can see the size of this thing. It is a 5000 milliamp light. Let me see if I can get this to focus for you. There you go. 5000 milliamp light, 26650, 3.7 volts. And it is rechargeable, lithium ion, which means you're going to get a lot of recharging cycles out of it. And just recharges right through the light itself. Now on the back here is, let me get this to full focus again. There you go. There's your recharging port. Okay, pop this bad boy open. There's your micro USB. Plug it in. Good to go. The Catapult V6 is rechargeable. It is 1.5 meter impact resistant for 1.5 meter drops, which is about the average drop if you're handling a flashlight and if you happen to drop it. It is also waterproof, IPX8 standard, which is 2 meters, 6 feet ish. The working temperature, this will operate from minus 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. Also, this is very light. Without the battery, it is only 192 grams. Extremely light, not going to weigh you down in a pack, not going to weigh you down on your hip. It's very, very comfortable to hold in the hand. And some dimensions. It is 132 millimeters in length, 58 millimeters at the bezel in diameter, and 33.5 millimeter tube diameter. Very, very small and compact, yet very, very powerful. So operation on this thing, and we'll show it to you here, but just keep in mind that my camera will adjust for the light, so you're not going to see the true impressiveness of this light, but that's why I have that B-roll footage so you can see it at night there. It's a single press side switch that'll turn it on and off, okay? And it remembers your last mode. Also, if you long press, it'll go to Firefly mode, which is only half lumen, and remember that'll run for an extremely long period of time. That will get you 41 days on a full charge. Okay, so we'll go through the different modes here. Turn it on and it goes to your last remembered mode. You press and hold and it'll cycle between low, medium, and high. See there? And a double press goes to turbo mode, which is 1700 lumens. And a double press again goes into your strobe. Now your switch here, get it to focus on the switch, has an indicator. Blue indicates you have a lot of power left. If it's flashing red, it means the battery needs to be charged. And during charging, the indicator is solid red. And when it's charging, blue will tell you it's fully charged. Super impressed with this light. In my field, it's always good to have a light that can project its beam a lot farther than some of the lights I might carry on my hip or in my duty bag, and this thing has proven to be a powerhouse. Thank you, Thrunite, for sending this Catapult V6 for me to check out. It is going in my duty bag and something that I use every single night now, and I appreciate you sending it to the channel to be checked out. Now, how can you get one of these, you ask? Well, in the description, I'm going to have 2 links so that you can pick this up right from them directly. And I'll also have a second link for Amazon, and I'll have a coupon code, which will be 20% V6, which will get you 20% off if you order it through this video here. Again, the Thrunite Catapult V6, extremely small, extremely compact, but it'll throw that beam 750 meters. Very, very impressive. If you're in a field where you need to have a light that's going to throw some distance, whether it's police work, or if you're a hunter, or if you do night fishing, or anything where you need to have an ability to reach out and touch someone with a light, this is a great option for you, and it's not huge or very cumbersome. Very light, very compact. Awesome option. Good job, Thrunite. Hope you check out this light, folks. I appreciate you more than you know. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, and always have a decent light. Thank you, Thrunite. Take care.